Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Startup Podcast. Today we have our special guest is Bernie from Austria. So Bernie, let's introduce yourself to our audience first.
Hello from Austria. I'm totally thrilled that I'm here with Peter. I'm from Upper Austria. I'm coming from a bakery. So being in business, it's like since baby. And I worked already in national and international in more than 16 companies. And I have built up a business knowledge for more than 30 years, actually, because when we didn't have the knowledge in the bakery, I did just further education. And for me, it's like I always say I'm thinking 24 hours 7 business. And as more as I'm building up startups, helping women, primarily doing becoming a mompreneur for more than 20 years, I see that there are a lot of topics out there, and everybody begins with the same mistakes. And I'm like, why? I think if we exchange each other, if we nurture each other, we don't have to do everybody the same mistakes. Well, why? And so I love to support startups. I'm on Kickstarter every time, because there are so brilliant people out there. And please, everybody who has a great idea and a vision, just go out there. And it's not always about success, but it's about experience. I built up myself more than 3 companies, and the next step is that I'm supporting not only them, but really go into the business and getting, a co entrepreneur with them, because it's just fun. And if you I always say, if you have the guts to become an entrepreneur, then just do it out of fun, do it out of your own knowledge, do it out of exchanging, because you have just a good service or a product. And if you fuck up, you fuck up. But it's about experience. It's about just do it. But that's my opinion, and just supporting so many already. And so many just don't want to go out there. And I'm like, no, you have beautiful stuff there. You have a vision out there. Go into action. And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So what is the strategy you help the women or others start out to in their business?
Most of the time, I actually began 20 years ago because I saw that I was allowed to be in positions with 20 already. What's not normal, because to my story coming from a company, from a bakery. So they were, most of the entrepreneurs were very excited, or the CEOs actually, that I have this kind of spirit, the entrepreneur spirit. And that's why I saw that's not normal. It's not normal that I'm with 20 that I'm allowed to be in such a position. So I wanted to share my knowledge, my business knowledge, for those most of the time who were underprivileged, or those who or NGOs, and those who has really, really big visions and had no idea who go into action. And I'm coming from, account controlling, project management, so very, very firm stuff. And when I see someone with a big vision, I'm like, and I love it. I like, just go into action. I help you, because it's just beautiful. Today, I have a whole team who can support in what kind of phase you are, support them. And because I don't want to do everything on my own, but finding like-minded people. And if you have a team of like-minded people, the business just makes fun. And if something makes fun, you stick there, you stay there, even when you have downs, because we have now everybody like globally COVID lockdown. But if you have a good vision and have the right people around it, you just go on. You be persistent. And I created myself tons of tools only to stay persistent, being in my discipline, and really go every single day and doing something for my business. And one method is about the 20 miles per day. It's from Ernest Shackleton. And it's like, it's not always about that you do on one day everything, because most of the time it's just over for the people and they don't do anything. But if you do every single day something for your business, and sometimes it's just only one step, but it's more than what you did yesterday. And if you stick to it and find the right people and find your own value, your own vision, the right people are coming. And this was the most aha moment the last actually 15 years, because I have in my pipeline, and I hope I don't shock your audience now, but I have in my pipeline more than 20 books, more than 30 online courses. I know I will build up way much more businesses because I'm so a creative person when I go jogging.
Yes.
And it's just you know, somewhere over there. I don't want to show you because your audience won't see it. But for me sometimes it's a totally overload. But I know every single time I do something every day, this vision, these books, these online courses, what I know already that helped already many people,
Yes.
becoming real. And if you actually trust yourself, if you know your vision will give a lot of people a better living, just do it. And it's sometimes I created my vision that big that sometimes you say, at the beginning I was like, I'm not doing it because the vision is way too big. I shit in my own pants. And as more as I get pushed to it because the right people are coming, and it's becoming fun again because the right people are there, then I get this information and this, and I'm doing a lot of research in the field of health training and health promotion, and it makes fun. And if you have fun in whatever you are doing, and it's already scientifically proven with the neuroplasticity, then you go on because it's just fun. And if you find your own values in what you're doing and find yourself in this field where you want to build up your business, you will stay. And I want to emphasize everybody out there, find your vision, find your values for it, and just do it. And if you are scared for, I have no idea, because there are so many fears out there and the reasons not doing something, still do it. And ask yourself one question: what would be the worst scenario if I would do it? And is it actually that scary, this worst scenario? Because we can fuck up a business. Okay, we learned.
Yes.
Let's do it again. And most of the time, the people are not scared about the fuck up, because most of the time the people know this and made already experience with it. The most time they fear the most is the success itself, that it's working out your own dreams, your own visions. Yes. And I have clients, I'm standing in the back and I'm pushing them. I'm like, you are going out there because this is so beautiful. You have to go out there. Whatever you need, I'm there, you go. And I like, because the people need that. And sometimes we need, I don't want to say a kick-ass angel, but someone who just trusted in you more than maybe yourself, sees way much more than yourself sometimes, because we got educated and trained. And I don't know how it's in your country, but in our country, it's like, stay small, don't be too loud. This is a sentence I grew up. But I'm a Leo. I was like, no, I don't want to. I want to go out. I want to live my dreams. And yes, history changed. And I see it with my parents. My father is a war child. Mm-hmm. And you just see it. And he's a very humble person. But they all have traumas from what they experienced as child. And I'm pretty sure in your country you have a different history, political, and then also all the other stuff. But this history makes something with you, and that's why I'm so into the values, because we got educated and trained in so many beliefs, in so many values, but these values are not ours. These values are made from the history, from our parents, from our ancestors, and everybody else who was there in the first years. Because if you see the development science of Jean Piaget, he says the first 5 to 7 years, we have no idea who we are. We get the identity from other people. Correct. And most of the time, the business, what the people want to build up, is something maybe based on values and beliefs of our parents, because they didn't have the chance back then. So you have to do it. These are beliefs, they're very common. And I'm like, no, you're your own person. Yes, we got something from our parents and something else, but we have free will. We are allowed to choose if we want to stick on those values, if we want to stick on these beliefs or not. And if you don't want to stick on them, just choose your own. And it's so simple. And one of my mentors, I have many mentors, international ones, and I highly recommend also Clinton Swaine. He is into gamification. He's actually the leader in experimental gamification, and I love gamification. And he made a game, and it's based on values. How to find your own values and which values are truly your values. And as more as I play this game with my clients and also with my own business and also with my business partners, when you have a business together with others, we create our values, personal ones, and values for our company. And based on that identity and values, we create the business, the services, and also our target groups is coming, the market is coming, marketing and social, and everything else is coming with it. And it's just way much easier because it's clearer. Yes. And as more as you are clear inside yourself, also when you do your startups, ask always yourself, why do I want to do a startup? Why do I want to become an entrepreneur? Because like in Austria, most of the time they say, I'm unemployed, I don't get, employment, I just become independent entrepreneur. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not a reason. A true entrepreneur doesn't make it out of unemployment or something else. It's just you make it out because you have a vision, you have a call, or however you want to call it, and you just do it out of this one. And always ask yourself, why do you want to do it? Others, like I have it at the moment, I found the right people too. And I'm like, yes, let's do something together. If it's becoming our own company or a corporation or whatever, doesn't matter. Just do it. Because we have the same values, we have the same drive, we have the same dreams. We speak a language where we see, because yesterday I had a call like this, we see everybody's blossom up, their eyes are glowing, their heart is open up, and they're like, yes, let's go on. Not because out of one person, because out of a room of people who have the same drive, doing something. And if we call it non-profit, if we call it a business, if we call it however, afterwards, this doesn't matter. Because yesterday it was like, yes, let's do something together. Because we see the same future, we have the same values, and whatever it comes out, we don't know, we just let it go. But we know we want to go on. And huge businesses, sometimes it's luck, as you see it with Red Bull and all really big companies. Sometimes they have true visions, like Steve Jobs. Yes. With Apple, he had a vision. And if you listen how he's talking, you just see this guy had a vision, way much bigger than everybody else before. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this path into digitalization and everything else. And I'm pretty sure that everybody out there, also every single listener of Peter, has visions, has dreams. And we are in an incredible time that we have the sources and the resources to fulfill our dreams. The only reason not doing it is you. Correct. And the first step doing it is just saying yes and listen to myself, no matter what, and nothing else matters. And this is one creative I have for years, after a lot of people told me, no, don't do it. It's too expensive. No, get a job. No, come on. Why are you doing this? No, it's way too exhausting. And I'm like, no, just give a shit. Just listen to yourself, no matter what. Nothing else matters. And most of the time, I don't know, maybe it's common in Austria or globally, I don't know. Most of the time, your own parents are the biggest hitters. And they're like, no, just don't do it. And yeah, I know your story. I know how you grew up, but that's not my story. And and thank God, because since COVID, I'm doing so many podcast interviews. I write articles. We are globally connected in a way which was not possible before. Let's use it. And I always say it's not about money anymore, because money comes with fun. Just do something together for the greater higher, for others, because poverty, and that's my opinion, it's not necessary out there.
Right.
Because if we exchange, if we have access to internet to exchange with other people, there are so many sources and resources, university sources or whatever, that you get educated, that you can exchange and build up yourself something sustainable for a living you love, you always dreamed of, and you actually want to do. And that's my opinion.
Great. So for the out there, they just have their vision, then they keep moving what they are doing right now, right?
Can you say the question again?
Yeah, for those who want to just start up with their business, as long as they take the action, they should be move forward.
Yes, and if it's only one day, a small step, just do it. Sometimes we believe we go a step back, but maybe it's necessary. And for me, it's like stopping was never an option. And I nearly died 3 times through a car accident, and I had a bad colon problem. And I was highly suicidal, and I have a vision. I have to go on, because I see what I create for other people. It's something what's useful for them. Just go on. And I give you also examples. I have already a couple of books out in the market in different languages. And in the time of COVID, domestic violence raised, also in Austria. And I wrote to all the women shelters, you get my stuff for free. I just send it to them. Just send it to them, use them, learn it, because they're so easy. They are coping strategies and for resilience, for more resilience, and for coping your traumas and whatever. Just let's help together, because this for me is not an option. Poverty for others is not an option. Not helping together is not an option. For me, it's option just be there for others, nurture each other, and just do whatever it takes, in my best opinion, because I'm doing a little too much, because I'm really in my drive, but I do my best to help as much as possible. And it's just live your dreams every single day. And if you believe you're going a step backward, it might be only a belief. Maybe you just go a jump afterwards, a bigger one.
Yeah. So if for the international, the audience, they want to get your book, where they can find your book? Or
I'm still on Amazon. My biggest aim is not be on Amazon anymore, because like we in Austria, we support the local ones, local bookstores and everything else. But I'm still on Amazon. The best way, you will find me through my name. And my book series, it calls First Ed of the Soul, for different settings. We are in the middle of translating the other ones, because of course the first books are always in German. And then I begin to translate in different languages. So we do our best, especially next year, to get out the stuff as much as possible. And also I'm creating my freebies. I have a YouTube channel where I have free videos, and one is, and I love it. I had so much fun with it and still do. I call it the 50 Shades of Aha. And you will see it on my YouTube video, and I'm created a small booklet, because it's about the point of view. if someone is telling you something and you take it for serious or for real, then you always can ask yourself, is it really real? Or is it only your perception of what you learned, what you got educated, and what you experienced? It doesn't mean that this is the real world. And therefore, because my PhD is in the field of health framing, of communication and all the stuff, and I bring out as much as possible, and also my freebies. And soon I hope I can send it to you afterwards, Peter, if you want to.
Sure.
A little booklet about chill-in methods to get more relaxed. Because somehow this COVID thing, everybody gets a little too stressy.
Yes, correct.
A little too nervous, and domestic violence raised, suicide raised tremendously.
Correct.
And I'm like, no. It's just, yes, it is what it is, but it doesn't mean that we have to stress out ourselves. It's just a huge change globally.
Correct.
And if we be a little bit more relaxed, if we see it as a chance, there will be so many new businesses coming up and raising up, because I see it in Austria already and internationally with Kickstarter. I'm like, I'm so blessed. We're in such a big change. Use it. But chill in, stay to yourself, to your dreams, and use this time in your lockdown to create your business. And that's something I want to give everybody out there. You're gifted. Listen to yourself and take this as a chance to create the life what you always wanted to have. Because to internet, to digitalization, we can get connected with everybody. And just go.
Great. So for our audience, if they want to connect to you, is they can connect to you well. The information below, like LinkedIn or your channel, right? Your YouTube.
I'm LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. I'm a total social media freak. The only thing what I'm not using anymore, because I was too much in there, was TikTok. So I went out of TikTok. I was like, I'm not using way too much.
Okay, right.
But I'm on LinkedIn. I'm YouTube and Facebook. You will find me. Twitter, like the common social media.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, one more is a special question. Normally I would ask my guests. Okay, so if let's say you have one superpower, what kind of superpower you want and why?
I always say I have already superpowers in childhood. That's my intuition. I'm high sensitive. I'm really high sensitive.
Okay.
I had to learn it, how to handle it. And I truly believe now it on the beginning, I shall be all sensitive and intuitive, but we get educated. And I was very alone as child, so I could keep my gift. In business world, in corporate world, it was a curse. Superpowers can be a curse when you have no idea that you have it and how to use it.
Yes, correct.
And meanwhile, I created my own coaching therapy style, my own nutrition style based on intuition. And what I teach or remember other people is their intuition, to listen to themselves and their gifts, to have the access to their subconscious knowledge. And this is a true superpower. And as more as I listen to myself, be aligned to myself, it doesn't matter what other people are saying. And the funniest part is I inspire others to listen to themselves also. And that's why I truly believe this is a superpower, intuition.
All right. Thank you, Bernice, for the such inspired sharing to our audience. I believe the audience out there should be get more the inspired from you. So for those who want to connect with the Bernie, can check out the social media link at the below the URL later on. I will share in to the URL there. All right. So thank you very much, Bernie, for your time.
Thank you. It was my deepest pleasure. And you're the first one from your country, and I'm totally thrilled about. And let's connect globally. I think to inspire each other, it's just fun and it's just nurturing. And we can see what it means to be peaceful and nurture each other for that we can fulfill our dreams.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.